Social media is going crazy over this clip of LeBron Sunday against the Pistons. Internet detectives heard the King saying he would shoot a fourth-quarter free throw attempt with his eyes closed before missing badly. Michael Jordan fans were quick to point out LeBron was inspired by MJ, who successfully did this move in 1991. We all know that shot. So, Shannon, do you believe he closed his eyes?
I do not believe he closed his eyes, and I remember that because he was talking to Dikembe Mutombo, who they were both represented by David Falk, if I'm not mistaken, at the time. So, and Jordan would have fun with guys that were, under, basically, they were teammates in the same, same umbrella with David Falk, Skip. So I do remember when he said, Mutombo, watch this, baby, and he closed his eyes. He actually made the shot. I don't believe LeBron closed his eyes. I wish they could have kept it at that angle so we could have definitively said one way or another, Skip, but they panned out, and so all we see is a side angle. He could have, but I don't believe, especially in a situation like that, when the game is five? It's still close. It's still a close ball game. 7.9 seconds. They're only up 5. So I don't think he closed his eyes. I can't definitively say, but if I had to say in a moment like that, when there's still an opportunity for the other team to make shots and win the ball game, I'm going to say he did not do that. I don't think LeBron would do that in that situation, but there's no way to definitively tell. Like I said, they could have just left it, left the camera, because once you hear him utter that, I'm surprised the camera panned out and got a wide shot. Let's see if he actually closed his eyes.
Well, I kept looking for somebody's cell video from the end zone. I haven't been able to find it. Maybe it'll surface today now that we're talking about it.
Because at least when Michael said it, they kept the camera. It's like, he said he was going to close his eyes and shoot this free throws. Let's actually keep the camera on him to see if he actually closed his eyes.
And obviously, he exaggeratedly closed his eyes. He shut them hard.
He did.
And he did what?
He swished it.
He swished it. Thank you very much.
Yes.
All I know for sure is you can hear him say sideways to Cade Cunningham, a rookie, I'm going to shoot this with my eyes closed. It sounds like that, right? Will you go that far with me?
That's what it sounded like.
Okay, and then I can't tell exactly what happens after that, but he almost airballs it. So it's possible he did try to close his eyes, because it's not that easy to shoot him with your eyes closed.
No.
But I've told you...
The perception, the depth perception is that...
Okay, I've told you before, Michael actually practiced that shot, because I can't tell you how many times I was allowed in at the end of a practice, a lot of times on the road, a playoff practice. I remember one at Indiana one time where I walk in at the end. There are just 2 or 3 of us media types there. And as usual, Jordan's got some big money game going.
He tried to take somebody's money.
They're actually using blindfolds, where they're blindfolding each other, where you can make sure that the guy's eyes are covered.
Right.
And he was killing them. And I couldn't tell exactly how much money was changing hands, but trust me, knowing him, it was a lot of money.
Of course.
And he was killing them with his eyes blindfolded.
Right.
So he had practice at feeling the depth perception and trusting your hand and your motion to make the free throw. So he does it live. He said, Mutombo, eyes closed, watch this for you. And he ripped it. Okay, what do we know about LeBron? Well, obviously he has been obsessed with, to the point of being possessed with, outdoing Michael Jordan. So remember, just recently, that Jordan video caught fire on the internet. I don't know why, but it did catch fire one night. And LeBron can be a prisoner of the internet. He stays on it at night, at home. And so no doubt he saw the video and saw how it took off. And it planted a seed in his subconscious, like, well, maybe I should try that. Maybe I should pull that off. So why would he pick a late in the game against Detroit, when actually they'd been pretty embarrassing, because they had a pretty significant lead early in the fourth quarter, and I'm sitting there shaking my head because they almost lost it. Yeah,
but you saw LeBron, with they threw the ball, and I think Russ threw it, and LeBron almost went out of bounds, and all the Pistons had, the ball about to hit us, and he let that 3 go. That was trending too.
Okay, that was trending also? Yeah. Not like MJ's closed eyes free throw was trending.
Nah, man, Skip, it's like when LeBron, we remember last year, he was standing, and Schroeder told him, I bet you won't shoot this. I bet you won't shoot this, and not look. So he shoots the ball and turns around. I bet you $100. And the ball goes in. It's trending. Steph Curry has done that. How many times has Steph shot the ball, Skip, and turn around and just runs back up the court? So guys know certain things, obviously going to catch social media on fire. Closing your eyes, shooting a free throw. or somebody crossing somebody up and making them touch earth like Kevin Durant did last night to Julius Randle, that's going to take off.
Okay.
I don't believe he did it.
All I know is if he did do it, this was a pathetic moment to choose to try to do it because it's Detroit. What were they, like 4-18 at this point?
Yeah,
and,
bad.
Come on, what are you doing? Why would you pick that moment, even though the game had virtually been decided at that point? It had been so embarrassing that you had let that another big lead slip away. What were they up early in the fourth? It was like 13.
Yeah, they were big.
13.
Yeah.
And at one moment, it went all the way down to 2, and then they held them off. Way to go.
Ended up winning by 3, I think.
It's Detroit. And why would you do it then? So I started thinking, well, I would love it if we actually saw LeBron at the end of games, because he against Sacramento last Friday night, he missed 2 potential game winners at the end of regulation and then the first overtime. Well, would really pay off if you want to out Jordan, drive the ball, go ahead, go to the free throw line to shoot free throws because the game's tied both times. Go shoot the free throw, and if you make the first one, that's all you need, then shoot the second one with your eyes closed. Or if you want to shoot the first one with your eyes closed, then I'm really impressed.
We might do that in the NBA Finals.
Really?
Shoot it with our eyes closed in the NBA Finals.
To win the game 7?
It might as well. I mean, we done that. I mean, we'd have been there, done that.
You have not done that.
Swish.
When have you ever made a free throw to win a finals game?
We might do that game tied, no time on the clock.
Really?
Shoot the first one with the eyes closed. Because you remember, like, AD missed it in the overtime. He missed, not overtime, in the All-Star game. He missed the first one to put that pressure. Say he wanted to feel that pressure, want to feel what it was like.
Okay.
That what GOAT to do.
GOAT? You mean phony GOAT?
GOAT will miss the first one on purpose, just so you can get it, because he know you're going to be like...
Then he's going to shoot the second with his eyes
closed.
Huh. I will give you this. If he did that, which he will never, ever even think about doing, if he did that, I would come in here and I would stand in the middle of this table and give him a standing ovation from the middle of the table.
You would admit he was the GOAT. If he did that, miss the first one on purpose, close his eyes on the second one, and splash it and win the game.
You know what? I'll go so far as I will give you that. I would admit he's the GOAT because you know and I know that will never, ever, ever happen. In his wildest dreams, that will never, ever happen because he runs from the late game free throw line like nobody I've ever seen.
We shooting almost 90% in the fourth quarter from the free throw line. You see that, right?
You see any late ones go in? And by the way, the one he shot, you should hope he closed his eyes because it barely ticks the front of the rim.
There you go.
Well, it's close to an air ball free throw, which he is highly capable of.
He ain't highly capable of it. No, he's not.
He can commit those air ball free throws.
No.
Yep.
But you just wanted to see him miss the shot. That's all.
Oh, he closed his eyes.
No, he did close his eyes, Skip.
It was a pathetic try. LeBron, pick a moment. Do it against Golden State or somebody. Do it against Phoenix.
Might do it against Brooklyn.
Really? Okay. Christmas Day. I'll take that.
Might do it against Brooklyn. Yeah.
Against the real best player on the planet?
I couldn't do it.
He played last night.
No. We have to talk about the other best player, Skip's best player, KD, his fourth quarter magic. Did it prove that Skip has actually been right all along? That is after the break.
No, he ain't been right.
Guys, until LeBron comes back. So, Shannon, what did last night tell you?
It told me that they can play defense when they want to, Skip. You look at the third quarter, they're down by 13. And I'm like, this is embarrassing. If this is the Golden State Warriors, Skip, this is the Phoenix Suns, and you're without your best player, Skip, I can get it. I can get that. This is Sacramento. They had just lost by 30, Sunday night, Saturday night? They had just lost by 30. And here it is, you coming out here and y'all playing like this, and then all of a sudden, something clicked. It's like, we're better than this. They started playing defense, and the next thing you know, Russ and AD took over started taking over the third quarter. Malik Monk, Skip, he needs to get 25, 30 minutes a night. Because he can create his own shot, he can get to the basket, and he can knock down the three. Wayne Ellington came in, gave us valuable minutes, knocking down the three. Dwight Howard somehow, Skip, if you're going to go with a big lineup, he needs to be in the big lineup with AD. I'm sorry, DJ, they've given you an opportunity. He's just not as active as Dwight, Skip. And you saw Dwight's presence in the third. When they started playing defense, he started challenging everything at the rim. AD started challenging shots at the rim. And all of a sudden, they're getting easy buckets. I felt very good. They block the shot, get out on a fast break, and Wayne Ellington pulls up from 27 and splashes nothing in net. That's how I'm hanging about you. I was like, okay, we got this one now. You shaking your head, that's what I'm shaking my head. I'm saying we got this against the Kings. Skip, what did they recognize, Skip? 8-14. I said, yeah, we got this against the Kings.
They just recently fired their coach. Go ahead.
Yeah, they got a lot going on. They got a lot going on. They got a lot going on. But Skip, I got to take what I can get right now. Yeah. We haven't played up to expectation. As you mentioned, we had the easiest schedule through the first 20, 25 ball games. Yep. And 3/4 of those games were at home, and they lost. You lost to the Kings. You lost twice to OKC. So in a situation like that, Skip, you're happy to get a win, and you take it any kind of way you can. But AD is absolutely right. This is you and Russ. AD and Russ needs to say, you know what? Even though LeBron isn't here, we're good enough, us two, with Malik Monk and some of these other guys, Carmelo chipping in, to win some of these games. Skip, you just can't, well, LeBron ain't here, okay, let's just throw up the towel and just throw in the towel and just hope till he gets back. I love what I saw last night, even though it was against Sacramento. Yeah. But maybe this is something, a sign of, a positive sign. But Skip, I need them to string together. This is the second win. I'm going to need them to string together 5, 6, 7. I'm not saying go Phoenix on them. That would be nice. But if you can get 5, 6 of these together, maybe that's something to build on, Skip. Okay. But what I saw in the third quarter, from the time they were down 13 to the close out the ball game, you can win with that. That'll travel. That'll win you some games.
I got it. So before I launch on